they don't understand the four-step process for social media content. Now, here's what I mean, right? I wish I knew this before I started going live for 600 days in a row. All right. So I guess you guys are all getting 600 days of shortcuts right now from me learning about this stuff. And the thing is, there is a four-step process in content, and you can't skip one or the other. Here's the crazy part. In the beginning, if you ever notice content, right, a lot of people, they would start at the third phase, trust, and then they ask for the purchase, or they just might ask for the purchase right away. It's crazy that they do that, but they would say, "Hey, my name's X. I own $1 billion company," and they say, "Hey, this is why you should learn about business from me." Or they might show you, "Hey, I'm benching 500 pounds right now, and this is why I should be your trainer." But they never spent the time to attract, to get your attention, to make you interested. Then they never put in the motion to make you comfortable with them, right? To make you relate to them. Like, you got to have a story for why you want to relate to them. For example, for me, I like to tell people I used to walk around apartment buildings watching them get built, and I never thought that would be possible for me. I never thought that was possible before. I never thought that was even a possibility. I thought it was a game that I was never meant to be. And then you have to understand that over time, you learn to start a podcast, you get in the right rooms, you provide value to the people first. And I was so blessed to find the right mentors in my life that taught me about grit, that taught me about how to structure deals, that taught me about real estate development. And that led me to a nonprofit, that led me to be a board of a nonprofit. And I've never asked for a purchase because I never knew what the flow was. And it's kind of nice that now he talks about how 50% of your content should really be about attraction and interest, right? Posting interesting topics or viral topics like the RIN score that we talked about yesterday. Then you got to share a relatable story, right? Show that you're human, right? Especially in this world of AI, you got to build trust. You got to learn to provide some credibility, some credential that highlights what you're doing. And after you navigate these stages, right? That's when you make an ask. So it's almost, he calls it 10% ask, right? It's almost that same Gary V mentality where it's jab, 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 right hook, right? You give as much value as possible. You share as much value as possible before you ever ask them for anything in return. So I thought this four-step process was so important, right? I've gone through so many different courses, and I've gone through hours and hours of some of this content, learning how to become better at social media. And I wanted to share with all of you. I'm not trying to keep it to myself. I'm trying to share with all of you because if you can build your own brand and you focus on helping others first and show them that you care about them first, just like how and what I'm doing is you got to show that you care. And I think that will shine through any amount of mistakes that you make. Because if your intention is that you care about the person on the other side of the camera, so that they can become better versions of themselves, so that they can become better providers for their family, and so that they can become better role models for their family. I've been doing this for 600 days in a row, and please, I wish I knew about the four-step process. I really do, because sometimes you just need some frameworks or different ways to look about it, right? So 50% of your posts, attraction, interest, focus, right? Interesting facts, different topics. Look at the RIN score that we talked about yesterday. 20% of your post should be about being relatable, telling your story, telling your backstory, right? Maybe there's a bad story, the average story, and a triumphant story, whatever that might be for you. Tell the world because no one knows who you are. And frankly, no one knows who I am either. Trust. You get 20% of your posts, got to be about your credentials. For me, when I went the first 365 days analyzing a deal every single day, I think I should have done attraction and interest first because probably it wasn't very interesting for people to just watch me underwrite a deal. I focused on trust instead. I was trying to establish my credibility, but I don't have any regrets because I was just working on creating a habit of going live every day and creating a habit of analyzing a deal every day. And that allowed me to be super comfortable in what I'm doing. So I share this with you today because after going live for 600 days in a row, I'm still learning to get better. And I promise you, I will share with you whatever I learn every single day so that we can all become better together. I'm so grateful for I'm so grateful for all of you for supporting this live streams, for joining the live streams and giving me some encouraging comments every once in a while. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you so much for caring about affordable housing because without people like you, I would have never had the home I grew up in. I appreciate you all so much. I hope this stuff is helpful for you. Take these frameworks, apply them. I am going through I listen probably for about 2, 3, 4 hours of content every day, learning to get better, right? Consuming content. And I'm taking apart the parts that are most important, I think, in my opinion, right? That I get to apply right now in my own life. So I got to start posting better content. Every 5 posts I do, I mean, it's got to be about, I got to mix it in. I got some posts just got to be valuable content. Sometimes I just can't rely on posts from my podcast. I got to provide more. So this is on me now. I'm becoming a different version of myself, and I hope you join me on that journey. All right. Have an amazing Wednesday, everybody. I hope you all spend some quality time with your family and friends today because that's what life is all about. Have an amazing Wednesday, everybody. I'll see y'all tomorrow for day 601. Have a good one, everybody.